Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, it's another day, another Colourpop. We'll finally be reviewing the new Colourpop Love Struck collection. I did pick up all 5 of the eyeshadow palettes. We're going to swatch them, test them out, see which one's the best buy, tell you what my thoughts are. So if that interests you, then please definitely keep on watching. Alrighty guys, it has been a morning. I have a 10-gallon fish tank and lo and behold, that fish tank decided to, crack at the seam. So we woke up this morning to our 10-gallon fish tank having this much water left in it. All of our fishes are like at the bottom, and I was like, oh my god, because it was like a waterfall in my kitchen, and I was like, oh my god, it was on one side of the bar, all over the sink and counters, on the other side, all over the floor and bar stools, and we're like, and my first reaction, I just screamed, save the fish, like save the fish. So my whole morning has been spent taking a fan and drying the wall, cleaning the floor, scrubbing down everything, and going to Petco and buying a new 10-gallon fish tank and trying to make sure that my fish stay alive. How was yours? So it was a very eventful morning, needless to say. But guys, we are finally going to be reviewing the new Colourpop Love Struck collection. Now this came out weeks ago, but typical Colourpop, they take, a fortnight to send these my way. They take forever. And typically whenever they have a new launch, there's always 2 launches in between. So they just released the Wild Child, some like leopard style products, and they released a Zodiac collection, which I did pick that up and actually arrived before this one did. And yeah, they have another one coming out this week. They are just rolling out with so much stuff that I'm like, I can't keep up. But when I saw these, I was like, okay, these are super cute. I really, really, really have to have them. So typically Colourpop has their standard 9-pan eyeshadow palette that retails anywhere between $12 to $16. As of right now, they do have a 5-pan palette that retails for $10. However, as of right now on Colourpop's website, these are now going for $7.50. They are having a huge sale right now on their website, so you guys can get them for $7.50, which is not a bad deal because you're saving off $2.50, which is really, really good. So that's something that I wanted to let you guys know. There's a sale going on, so make sure you guys check that out. But typically, these do retail for $10 a piece. Now, these are supposed to be compared to the Natasha Denona mini palettes that they have. These are supposed to be like dupes to them. They are kind of expensive, $10 for 5 eyeshadows, especially since they have a 9-pan palette that usually retails in between $12 to $16. So to have 5 shadows that retail for $10, it's a little pricey for Colourpop's typical price point, but I've heard nothing but good things about these. So we're gonna go ahead and play with each one, swatch them, and figure out which one is like a really good one to play with. So first one we have here is we have Crush. Now this is how Crush looks like. It's this like beautiful, beautiful orange eyeshadow palette right here. According to the website, strike it rich with this copper and terracotta monochromatic palette. Fall in love with intense pigmentation and the unique textures and create a look all of your own. Next, we do have the Lyric palette. This monochromatic gold and bronze palette was made for muses. Its sleek, compact case makes it easy to be inspired by rich colors and very unique textures. This right here does have a pressed glitter. It looks so beautiful. You can see it definitely shining off on the camera, but I have to say, I do not like Colourpop's pressed glitter formula. I don't know what it is. It just gets everywhere. It gets kind of hard to apply. You can use a glitter glue with it. I just definitely struggle because it just like gets everywhere. And then for days and days, you look like Tinkerbell shit on your face. Okay, so next we have the Amore palette, which is going to be like their pinky purple palette. Write your own love story with this rich berries and plum palette. Yet let unique metallics and glitter textures create dimension to your monochromatic mauve look. Again, that pressed glitter. It's beautiful, but do you guys see this? This is from the leftover one. Seriously, I'm usually not a big fan of Colourpop's pressed glitters. All right, so the next palette we have is the Cherish palette right here. This monochromatic cranberry palette will take your looks to the next level. In a mix of intense metallics and buttery mattes, create multi-dimensional looks all of your own. Okay, so last but not least, we do have the Ballad palette. It says, this palette is a match made in heaven for cool tone lovers. Rich textures of gradient and taupe gunmetal creates a palette that inspires many makeup lovers. So those are all 5 of the swatches from each of the palettes. Now, I did buy this all for $42. That's how much it retailed to buy all these together as a bundle. Right now, they are on sale for $37.50 if you buy the entire collection together, but the entire collection is currently sold out like as a Love Struck collection, so you can still buy these individually for $7.50. But these are supposed to, like I said, supposed to be compared to the Natasha Denona palettes, and I do have some of the miniature ones right here, but I really do love Colourpop's formula. It really is a great formula. The mattes are very, very pigmented and very easy to blend, and the shimmers have so much pop and bang, and they're so easy to work with. Now, are these like the most wowing Colourpop palettes? I don't know. I won't be able to find out until I play with them. They are really, really cute. I do love how they're really easy to travel size with. I love the concept. I love the design, but these are definitely geared towards like neutral eye looks, everyday wears. So we're gonna play around with 2 palettes today. I really want to play around with this orange palette because it's like just really calling to me. And I also want to play around with like this cool tone gunmetal palette right here. I feel like that'd be really nice to play with. And then maybe we could check out these ones later on. So let me go ahead and zoom you guys in, and we're just gonna go have fun and yeah. Hey, so for starters, we're gonna go into this shade called Struck right here, which is gonna be like this matte with glitter in it. I actually really do like shades that have matte glitter in it. I don't know why, just always things look so pretty. So we're gonna go ahead and take it on my E6 brush from the silver set from Bling Brushes. We're gonna tap it in. Definitely has some kick up, but that is okay. Yeah, I cannot believe that this morning we woke up to the fish tank just spilling out, and I was just like, oh my God. Because in that situation, I'm like, what do you do? And I didn't know this, but apparently, according to like my, I guess, apartment's like, I don't want to say contract, lease agreement, you're not allowed to have fish tanks for this exact reason. Thank God Corey had like a box fan, and we just had there like was drying the wall because we don't want like any mold to happen. But I was like, oh my gosh, we call maintenance. He goes, we absolutely cannot call maintenance because it's against our renter's policy to have a fish tank. And I was like, no, it's not. Like, I've never heard of that. Nope, for real. Like, he pulled it up, and I was like, well, I'll be damned. Yeah, so, ooh, we're doing something illegal. Ooh, yeah, I don't think anyone, no, they don't watch me. No, they don't watch me. Yeah, it was definitely just like a moment to just see that fish tank just spilling all over the floor. Like, it kind of looked like the scene from Titanic. Like, I was about to jump in the shower, and Corey's like, I need you. And I was like, what? Like, I'm just sitting here thinking that one of my cats threw up out there, and I need to clean it up because he has to take care of the dogs, whatever. You know, the typical stereo pet life, you know. And nope, there was our fish tank just spilling over everywhere. And I was like, okay. Well, there is that. That's just something that you don't see every day. I'm going to take the shade Love right here to help to blend that out. But I hope, other than that, I hope everybody had a great weekend. I had a wonderful weekend. I didn't do anything. I stayed home, and I did my first like Zoom style meeting with my subscribers. Like, we all went on Zoom, and we just got to like FaceTime and like talk for 3.5 hours. It was so much fun getting to meet every single person. Like, it was so much fun, and definitely something I wanted to do again and again. Like, we had a blast. It was a very, very loving community on there, and it was so cool. I really enjoyed it. It's always nice to like put like a face to like who I'm always talking to, because like you just like never know. You never know who you're talking to online. And I mean, God knows, they've always told us like growing up, stranger danger, you know? And it was just nice to like, okay, like, I'm not being catfished. You guys are who you really say you are. Like, it was just, I don't know, it was like a really nice moment to like meet you guys. Because I'll never forget like the first time I had ever like, you know, given anyone my address before. And this is before I had a P.O Box. It was definitely Mikey. And I've told the story before. And I was always so worried that like he was not going to be who I thought he was. And I was like, well, I just got catfished. But thank God he was like a legit person, like a real person. And so I was like, okay. Because like I only ever see your guys' pictures on whenever you guys comment. Sometimes you guys don't have photos. So I'm like, okay, who are you? Like, so, you know, you just want to know. And it's such a cool time, such a fun time. All right, these are blending out so nicely. Very beautiful, but I'm not surprised because it is Colourpop, and Colourpop has a really, really nice formula but they're consistently releasing stuff. Like Manny MUA just did a video where he talked about brands that kind of just like fell off, and he does talk about Colourpop, and it's never about Colourpop's formula, but I have to agree with him. I love Colourpop. I say this all the time. They just kind of take away the fun and the excitement of launches because they're consistently releasing stuff every single week that it just gets to the point that I get overwhelmed, and it's kind of like my job here to review stuff, but I'm not on Colourpop's PR list. I'm barely on anyone's PR. I'm on no one's PR list, I think, except for Boxy, Ipsy, and Bling Brushes, and Ultigo, I think, are the only ones I'm actually on a PR list for. So I have to make sure I keep up with all the launches, and Colourpop is just consistently releasing stuff every single week that it just gets really, really hard to keep up with as much as I really, really want to. But then it just makes it so, like, I'm not even excited when I see new Colourpop stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, like, that's cool. Like, and it's sad because I don't want to feel that way about Colourpop, but I wish they would just slow down some. And I feel like there's so many different influencers out there telling Colourpop that, like, if they slow down, they could really create some really cool stuff. For example, like the Animal Crossing. I personally don't play Animal Crossing. I don't have Nintendo Switch, so I don't play it, so I don't really understand the game, but I know it's like a really big hit. People love Animal Crossing. And I know they're rolling out that huge collection, and I know people are really excited about it, but I guess some people at the same time who play the game are disappointed. I personally don't have an opinion on it because I've never played the game, so I can't tell you whether it's good or not. I don't know, but it does look really cute. But I hear people are disappointed by that, and I was like, well, that's kind of sad, but hopefully Colourpop takes in people's opinions into consideration and slows down just a tad. Let us enjoy let us enjoy our collection for just a minute. So to help that out even more, I did go in with the shade Bow right here. I went and just tapped it very, very lightly, and I just went just right here, very, very lightly, to help smooth out the edges just even more so. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the shade Arrow and put that all over the lid. I don't know what it is lately, but I've just been feeling like putting a shimmer all over the lid. I don't know, it's been so nice to just do this, and it's not like it's all over, but like pretty much like where I'd put my cut crease, I have been filling in with a lid instead, or the shimmer instead, and it just ooh, it just cracked my neck. It looks nice. I can't obviously say that. I'm struggling to get my words out, guys. I need my coffee. Ooh, that shimmer has some fallout though. Okay, well, I thought that was gonna work, but yeah, I think that looks really nice. I love how that came out. So now we're gonna kind of do the same thing on the other side. Like I said, I don't know what it is about these pigments, but they just look so nice. And this was such a really pretty palette. Like, this is definitely gonna be like a go-to like orange palette for sure, because it's really, really nice. Definitely has like a plastic feel, but that's okay. Hey, you want to hear something really sad? You guys see how that line's not straight? I can't even put on tape straight. Yo, I've been that child that can never ever draw in a line. Like, I don't know what it is. So then we're gonna go into this shade called Fate right here. I don't know, this is gonna be kind of, I mean, maybe I could be wrong, but this kind of gives me like a Greek goddess style vibe, which is actually funny because Corey is taking Greek and Roman right now as one of his classes. I think it's so stupid that he is in for computer engineering, but he still has to take like classes like humanities and stuff like that literally have nothing to do with computer engineering. However, I am enjoying the fact that he's taking humanities and Greek and Roman specifically because I took that class years ago. Freaking love that class. I love anything ancient Egyptian, ancient Greek, ancient Rome. Like, I love learning about history. I'm actually a really big history buff, and it's always been like my specialty. Now, ask me to do math for you, and we're gonna have a completely different conversation, but history and English has been, okay, see, that's where I get kind of embarrassed because yes, English was a really big major of mine. I have my degree in English. I can write perfectly. Can I express it and say it out loud perfectly? No. We don't get judged on that. But writing it is something that just comes so naturally to me. So, this is a really beautiful grade, by the way. He's taking Greek and Roman right now, and it's my specialty. I love it. So I kind of like, I don't know, pushed him aside. It's like, move, bitch, let me do this. Like, I love learning about it. It's just so fascinating to me. So this is what this is reminding me of right now, is learning about the Greek gods and goddesses. And like I said, I know it's just so silly to get like your AA before you even go to get your bachelor's, to take these classes. Like, I'll never understand, but I'm very proud of him for going to school because he's doing it all by himself. He's doing it with no help. He's paying for everything out of pocket, just because he's had a very, very hard life growing up. I'm going to go into the shade Epic right here. He's had a very, very hard life growing up, and he's had nothing ever handed to him. He's worked hard for everything that he has, and I'm very, very, very proud of him. And he, has come so far. So I want to be a nice, like, wife and, like, help him with, the Greek and Roman class because it's so easy and it's my favorite. And he really, really hates reading, and I love reading. And so if this is just, like I said, this should just give me the vibes of what I'm actually currently reading. Well, I mean, what he's reading, but yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun because I'm like, so, like, how do we do? What are we getting? Are we getting an A? Like, I get very, like, critical of my own work. I'm gonna go back into that shade again because I really just want to deepen it up. But I was on my Zoom style. When I was on my Zoom style, we had talked about me and Corey doing a collab together. He has his own channel, but, like, legit a collab where we do Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Because I think it'd be so much fun to film that together. So I think that's what we're going to do is, like, we're going to do, like, a video here for you guys called Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Because there's just things that you forget, okay? There's things that you forget. I was listening to the Bella Twins this morning. I love my Bella Twins. And they were doing, like, Bella Brains. And there was a question asking which continent the Andes Mountains were on. And I was like, oh my God. We have 7 continents. North America, Asia, South America. Is Antarctica a continent? Is Antarctica a continent? North America, South America, Asia, Africa. Africa is a continent, right? Yeah. It's 4. Is Australia considered a continent or just a country? It's by itself, so it had to be, right? Australia? Antarctica? It has to be, right? Then who the hell is the 7th one? Alexa, what are the 7 continents?
There are 7 continents, and they are Africa, Antarctica, Asia, Australia, Europe, North America, and South America.
Europe. Tell me why I fucking thought that was part of Asia. Oh my God. I was right about Australia. And see, this is why I think it would be so fun to play Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Because it's been so long since we studied, like, geography. But I had no clue because they were asking where the Andes mints, where they're asking where the Andes are. And I would associate Andes mints thinking Switzerland. So I'm sitting there going to Europe. Like, I'm sitting here saying, Switzerland. And they're like, no, it's in South America. I'm like, wait, the Andes Mountains are in South America. Like, some of the questions I couldn't even answer. I was like, oh my gosh. So we want to play that together because I think it'd just be a lot of fun to see Are You Smarter Than Fifth Grader? Who's going to come up as, like, a winner. But I shit you not. I want to take math out of the equation because I freaking hate math. I was a straight A student until we got to, like, algebra in high school. Then I was like, son of a bitch. Because when they do, like, this, y(ax) minus yb equals x equals z, figure out x. I'm like, but, like, where are the numbers? Like, where are the numbers? And why does that apply? You know what they should have done in school? And this is something that I have talked about, like, numerous times. They should have taught you in school. They should have taught you how to do your taxes, how to understand 401k plans, how to understand pensions, how to understand a savings IRA and an investment. They should have made you understand the importance of understanding stocks and bonds and selling them and not to sell. Like, I know you could take 1 semester of economics, but it doesn't really teach you the value of $1. It doesn't really teach you the value of savings and having a savings and investing in your future. They don't ever teach you any of that stuff. They teach you about some of the stuff you're like, it doesn't apply to my future though. And what's really even more like a kick in the ass is that I'm 31, okay? So we grew up in a generation where computers were slowly becoming a thing. Like, it just wasn't a thing yet, like, at all. I mean, they have those big old Macintosh computers that you do some sort of, like, FCAT writing on or reading on, whatever. But they didn't really teach you, or like to figure out how to type, but they didn't, but computers wasn't just like really a big thing yet. It just wasn't. And it's just so insane to me now that like my nephew, my like extracurricular classes had to be like band and chorus or drama or whatever you wanted to be. It had to be like reading. You had to take some reading stuff. You had to take some like study like FCAT stuff, which is like Florida, like the Florida standardized testing, you know. And now he's going to school and like he's learning how to do digital coding and stuff like that, like in like 7th grade or 8th grade. And I'm like, wait a minute, they're teaching you digital coding? Oh yeah, it's a required course. I'm like, they're setting you up for success. My generation, we fell in we're not like hard workers like the big boomers out there were, the generation Y or Z, but like they worked hard, they got married young, and they worked their whole life, and they worked so hard. We were taught, go to school, get an education, and whatever you want, it could be, and creative writing could be whatever you want to be in. And then now it's like, oh, but like the futures in technology, I don't know. We always fell in that really weird, awkward time between like the booming of technology and the hardworking from our parents. And I'm just like, great. And I've talked to so many people in my generation, and we're all like, you know, like I went to school to be a creative writer, and I obviously ended up in that career. So, all right, so I'm gonna go into this shade Drama right here. It's just, yeah, I'm not talking shit about our generation, but I'm just saying it's just so interesting to see like how much life has changed and things have evolved compared to when I was a child, and what they teach now and what compared to what they taught back then. Because I wish they would have taught us some of that stuff. I mean, I really do wish they would have taught us understanding like taxes and, you know, investing in the future, because they really, really did. And that would have been very, very educational as an adult. Because even though I'm 31, I still have to be like, I gotta ask my parents. Because, like, I don't freaking know. They don't teach you that stuff. And they really, really should. I don't even think they do home ec anymore. Do you guys remember home ec? I don't even think they offer that anymore. I really don't think they offer that. How to cook and clean. And like wood shop, I really don't think that is something that's ever really offered anymore. I really don't think it's offered. Why do they still offer driver's ed? Do you guys remember when they used to offer driver's ed back in high school? Now that that's laid down, I'm gonna go into this shade right here. This is called Novel. Place that right here. Okay, so now that that is done, we're gonna come back with majority of my face done, but we're gonna do the under eyes together to finish off the eye look. And yeah, guys, I'll be right back. So now that the face is on right now, we're gonna go back into this first palette right here. And we're gonna go into this brown shade, and we're gonna put that underneath the waterline right here. Just gotta get my brush. What I actually really like about these little small palettes is that you really can utilize every single shade, which I think is great. Sometimes some people get like, I don't have a look I can create. They really make it so easy to be cohesive and just make it work for you. Not bad. Okay, now this one, we're gonna go into this little black shade right here. This is the shade Phoebe Prose. Ooh. It looks black in the pan, but it seems like it's more gunmetal gray than anything. Okay, so you see how like this right here looks kind of smoky? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go throw my lashes. We're gonna come back and we're gonna do the liner and the inner corner together. That way I can show you like the two different subtleties between the two different looks. So, okay, so now that the lashes are on, and I actually am wearing my D-Star lashes in the style page, my go-to D-Star lashes. You guys can use code Dawson, save 20%. Not an affiliate link. But this is how it looks so far. I think it's actually really, really beautiful. So now with this eye right here, I could do like an orange or black to make it really smoky, but instead I actually want to use my white Colourpop. So I'm gonna go with my white Colourpop liner, and we're gonna line the eye. Sometimes I just feel like that really just helps to like make the eye not like watering because I stab my eye. Sometimes I really think it just makes it help the eye just kind of pop, though it is watering right now because I did stab my eye. So on this one, we're gonna go black because it looks very, very smoky. So we're gonna go in with my Urban Decay. This is in the Perversion, my favorite black liner ever. I have 3 of them. They're all down to like the little nubs right here. I have to go get more. Now it just looks so smoky. So then I'm gonna go into this little palette right here. I'm actually gonna take this shade, which is the shade Melody, and I'm gonna put that in the inner corner right here. So I'm gonna put in the inner corner and put it on my brow bone as well. So see, I am utilizing these ones, just not fully. So So we're gonna take it and we're going to just place that right here because it has a nice little golden hue to it, which I think will really complement the orange very, very, very nicely. We're gonna take it, we're gonna blend her in and place it right here. And then blend that in. Now for this one, I kind of want to take this like lighter pink one from the Cranberry. This is from the Cherish palette. Then I'm going to go into the shade Destiny right here. And we're going to pop that into the inner corner and brow bone as well. All right, not bad. Alrighty guys, and this is the final look. So guys, I'm not gonna lie, I love how it turns out. I'm wearing two different eye looks. I'm kind of wearing like a daytime eye look and like a nighttime eye look. Like if I go like this, like it's just two different eye looks you guys can see. Definitely can be rocked in any way, shape, or form. I think they're both really, really beautiful. Now, I really only played around with the two palettes right here. I played around with Crush and with Ballad, and I really do love how they turned out. $10 a piece, and I'm really, really satisfied with how it came out. It's a little pricey for Colourpop because like I said, they usually have like a 9-pan shadow between 12 to 16, so it's kind of like expensive for just 5 shadows, but they work beautifully. I really do enjoy them. So if I just played around with these two and I think they're absolutely great, I definitely know that the other ones are going to be just as great as well. The only thing about the other ones is that the two right here, this is a Lyric and Amore. They do have a pressed glitter in here, and I probably would never play around with pressed glitter, but I would utilize everything else. Definitely very, very gorgeous. I think Colourpop did a great job creating like these little like mini like neutral eyeshadow palettes. I think they're so cool, very easy to travel with, very easy to use, and you can definitely use every single shade to make a really beautiful look. And I mean, I'm never going to talk bad about Colourpop's formula. Colourpop does have an amazing formula, especially for their price point. I can never stress that enough. The formula is quite incredible, truly really is, and I really do love Colourpop. Are these like the most wowing palettes out there? No, they're not, but I do think these are absolutely beautiful, and I'm definitely going to see myself grabbing these time and time again to play with them, particularly like these two palettes right here. I just really love how they came out, especially for this Ballad side. I'm really living for like how this look. It just looks really, really sexy. It's a great date night look, and it's so easy to do, like especially this orange one too. Like I love orange, it's one of my favorite colors, very, very easy to work with, and I just think that Colourpop did a great job. I just wish that they would definitely just slow down on their launches. Definitely wish they would slow down on the launches because I feel like they release them so quickly that I'm like having a hard time keeping up. But other than that, I think this collection is great. You guys can definitely go get your hands on it. They are available right now. You do buy them separately. They're going for $7.50 because they do have a sale. I do not have a code with Colourpop. This is not affiliate or sponsored in any single way, shape, or form. Colourpop has no idea that I exist. So I just really do like their brand. So definitely go check them out. But yeah, hopefully you guys like this video. If you guys do, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, because I do post 3 to 4, a lot of times 5 times a week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channel. It's R for Life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing fiance, my amazing husband, Corey. It's still taking me a minute to say husband. And a huge, huge, huge thank you to all these beautiful Patreon members right here. Thank you guys so much for supporting me and letting me live my dream and do this full time. I cannot thank you guys enough. And to you guys for watching, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, thumbs down this video, subscribed, unsubscribed, didn't subscribe, either way, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every single one of you. And yeah, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in the very next video. Bye! I'm not a big fan of pressed glitters. Of Colourpop. I'm just not a big fan of Colourpop's pressed glitters. I don't know. I'm just really not a big fan of Colourpop's pressed glitters. I don't know why I keep saying I need my coffee. Rich textures and gradients of taupe. According to the website, Strike It Witch with so it says yeah, that my whole morning has been sent as I was supposed to do a thumbnail. Whoa. How long have I been sitting here and y'all just staring at me? So they have 5 now. These are really, really cute. I have to have them now. These are really cute. I have to have them. But typically these do their formula is